Yep, latest and greatest indeed. We're going into a semifinals match with GAIA versus CHARMI. CHARMI's got the first pick, but 3 bans are coming out right now.
So you definitely know when they're both taking this long to do their pre-bans. It's very different from the America's Cup where the pre-bans and bans were already determined. These guys are kind of making it up on the spot here. CHARMI taking out the Verd pre-ban and GAIA taking out the Nephthys ahead of time.
And Vertiheel and Nephthys getting pre-banned here, and we have CHARMI with the first pick, maybe taking something away from GAIA, going with a Ciara.
Ciara's a very good standard pick here. Also knows that GAIA does not really like to take Hathors or Okeanuses or Gannies or any type of control at all. Just likes to go damage. So it decides that Ciara's a great first pick. Wunsa's a great laydown, knowing that Vertiheel is pre-banned.
Ooh, GAIA very quick, brings that daftness and that vigor in response to seeing Hathor Wunsa.
Yeah, and I actually really like this form of aggression from CHARMI here, going with the Wunsa into a Water Monkey King. This almost forces the ban onto the Wunsa here, so one more piece of damage, or even something like a Chung Pong would be really cool to see here, would put GAIA in a really tough position, and then once that Vanessa's banned, he's in trouble.
Yeah, CHARMI's going to be locking in Ganny and Shihao, locking that Ganny Hathor as well. GAIA hovering over that Akroma, does choose to lock in the Akroma.
Yeah, so you have the Ganny Hathor in, but when you lay down the Akroma, you're planning on letting Ganny Hathor both through here. My guess is that the Wunsa is going to be banned out from GAIA's side, and so that's exactly what happens. CHARMI reading into that, taking out the Akroma.
Yep, speed leads for both teams. Chroma and the LD Nat 5's getting banned in this round. Here we go, guys. We've got CHARMI. We've got GAIA. Going into our round 1 in the semifinal, Hathor taking first turn here.
That's actually a super fast Hathor moving in front of GAIA's units. GAIA known for very fast fire runes. Actually, Hathor moving first and then Ganny moving on. This Daphnis needs to land, and even if it does, he might be in trouble.
Is it going to be enough to finish off the Ciara? Not enough to finish off that Ciara there. We don't see any additional turns coming out either.
Yeah, not enough to finish it off, so Vanessa's going to be able to finish off that Ciara, but you do have a Ganny Hathor locked down with a Water Monkey in the back coming up here.
Ooh, Vanessa finishes off, get the defense break onto the Hathor. Additional turn coming out as well, dealing a lot of damage to this Hathor.
Yeah, that is a massive proc there because that is worth half the health of Hathor. So Hathor a little bit squishy, but that's a lot of damage. Gives CHARMI a lot less room for error here. But again, you're facing a Ganny Hathor with a Water Monkey, so that's very oppressive. And we're gonna be in for a long one here.
Yeah, GAIA's going to be looking for some additional turns here. CHARMI, on the other hand, getting the stuns and additional turns, keeping this Fran down.
Yeah, and that's actually a very big proc on the Water Monkey earlier because Water Monkey does have skill 3 up again, which is a lot of damage and allows them to focus one target and down it much more quickly.
Yep, that's correct. Unit of Choice is going to be trying to get rid of this Vanessa as soon as possible. Alter Ego, that third skill is coming out. See what kind of damage is going to be happening here on Vanessa. Vanessa still holding on here. Invincibility is going to be on top of this Water Monkey King. Does not
Vanessa
get the sleep onto that Daphnis, though.
Yeah, but again, that Ganny Hathor is coming back online. We know that Water Monkey has skill 2. Ganny should dump skill 3 because Water Monkey does have skill 2, so slight misplay there puts CHARMI in kind of a weird spot, and all those fire units are moving in front of Hathor, but he does stun that Daphnis.
He did get that stun on Daphnis. That was very big. You can see that third skill is coming out, but the resistance is on top of the Vanessa. Vanessa is the unit of focus right now, able to get the Seal of Magic and dumping attack bars on top of Vanessa.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's going on.
Crazy additional turns coming out of this Water Monkey King, getting rid of that Vanessa and not stunning everybody up, though.
And deciding to use skill 2 to wake everything up as if he didn't care about the fact that everything was sleeping for 2 turns. So I'm not sure what CHARMI was thinking there. Might have thrown the game there if everything gets reset. Not sure why he went for the skill 2 on the Water Monkey to basically attempt to throw the game away.
There you have it. I mean, there's additional turns coming out of Vigor. Water Monkey King looking to drop this Daphnis, not killing it, but it gets the additional turn as well. Third skill's coming out onto the Fran, looking to drop this Fran right here. Does so. This Daphnis is looking really low, and I'm not sure Vigor is going to be able to do it all on its own.
Vigor definitely not going to be able to do it all on its own, and CHARMI's going to take the first game there.
Yep, most definitely. Defense break sitting on top of that Hathor. Guy is going to try and take advantage of that as much as possible. Gets the attack break on top of that Vigor. There's the reset, dumps the attack bar as well. Looking very strong. There you have it. CHARMI is going to be taking round 1 away from GAIA.
Very, very lucky. I mean, CHARMI procced so many times on that Water Monkey King. So due to that, he was able to win that one. But I do like his draft to begin with. I think that draft was very solid again. He Hathor lockdown. Wunsa is very dominant against GAIA in that matchup. And of course, Hathor outspeeding the team just put him in a really dominant spot.
Yep, new pre-bans coming into this round. Ciara and Wunsa getting pre-banned out.
Yeah, so this pre-bans from GAIA side is going to alternate on Nephthys and the Wunsa here. Obviously, they're two very strong LDs. Nephthys being much, much stronger than Wunsa. But either way, they're both very strong units. So you have to take them out. Alternate.
GAIA looking to take that Fran first very quickly. CHARMI's going to be drafting that Chiwu and Hathor. GAIA's going to respond almost just as fast with the Daphnis Vanessa. CHARMI's looking at a Gani and looking at locking in one more unit.
I would like to see some sort of an Okeanos. Gani's fine, but I would like to see the Oki there at some point here. I do not like the Daphnis counter pick into CHARMI's side because CHARMI's going all in here. I think the proper play is probably to take a Gani and maybe even a Molly or some way to counter with turn 2, but by taking the Vanessa and the Daphnis, you're allowing your opponent to basically go all in and probably beat you in the damage game.
Yeah, CHARMI making a lot of second guesses here. Finally locks in that Gani alongside with that Water Monkey King. GAIA hovering over a Barbara and locks in an Ethna.
Yeah, so if that Chiwu was banned out, CHARMI's going to be in a lot of trouble here. I mean, GAIA's moving in front a lot. He has that Ethna, has a Barbara, has a Daphnis that's going to be able to open up on CHARMI's side. CHARMI's probably going to be taking out that Fran because that's probably the only thing that counters the Miho here. But again, we see that Chiwu banned out, Vanessa banned out. This Fran is going to need to be able to live long enough and then take out that Miho if GAIA wants to win.
There you have it. Speed leads are getting banned out here, but a 10% lead still on GAIA's side of the field. Is that going to be enough for him to take first turn here? And it is not. CHARMI has got his Hathor still taking this first turn.
Yeah, and of course, GAIA's unit's very fast. You notice that their attack bars are all full, so they should be going sequentially. But that Fran is also huge resistant.
Big resist. Hathor's not able to get that skill 2 sleep. You see the poke damage coming out from Ganymede. Primed and ready. Hellfire. Does he choose to go for the water unit? And he does. He gets the defense break, gets the additional turn as well. Goes for an overwhelm. Does not drop that Water Monkey King, though.
Yeah, and I must note that that Water Monkey is also not tuned appropriately. It goes after the Hathor and Gani, so CHARMI could have a much better opening, but instead does not, but doesn't really matter anyways. He has Gani Hathor, but GAIA does need to take care of that Miho at some point in time.
And he crit every time, not killing that Miho. You think he was crossing his fingers to possibly miss a crit on him with that Ethna. That did not happen there.
Yeah, it definitely did not happen. But again, Miho is going to do a lot of work here because 3 units on GAIA's side do a lot of damage and crit a lot. And did not crit there.
Did not crit. Got that capture onto the Miho. That's going to be it for CHARMI. I don't think you can do it just with the Gani Hathor. Just way too much aggression on GAIA's side of the field. You're going to see this attack buff Barbara almost finishing off that Ganymede.
So I guess a critless Ethna is the new meta that was able to take out Miho, and GAIA is able to take that game out.
Yep, you can see the pre-bans from last time. Ciara and Wunsa getting pre-banned out. New pre-bans are probably going to be that LE5 that we had saw that first match, and this is going to be the Nephthys and Vertiheel getting pre-banned. Remember, this is a game 5. No, I'm sorry, this is of game 5. Of 5.
I mean, the way that this is going back and forth, we may see a game 5. It's been so back and forth in terms of RNG, trying to throw the game, but not being able to be successful at that. I mean, CHARMI just has a ton of luck here in game 1 and then not in game 2. We see standard picks here, Hathor into a Sierra Fran.
That's right, CHARMI with that first pick, bringing in the Hathor guy, responding with a Fran and Ciara. CHARMI bringing back the Gani Hathor with a Chiwu as well.
I do like this opener now a little bit more because there is no Vertihile, which is what the Gani Hathor Chiwu comp is very weak to. So CHARMI's opening is not bad. He can actually throw in a Wunsa here and then one more unit like an Okeanos, and he would probably have this match. If he threw in, or a Water Monkey's okay here, but a Wunsa would probably be the last pick and then plan on banning GAIA's last pick. Of course, you are now forced to ban that last pick, so GAIA would then need to take some sort of a Vanessa or speed lead and then take out your Chiwu.
Yep, GAIA bringing in that Daphnis Bastet, and CHARMI looking at bringing in, wrapping up his draft with that Water Monkey King Wunsa. GAIA looking to bring back the Achroma, which got banned last time this happened.
Yeah, so GAIA is basically telling us he's letting both strippers through, or he's either taking out the Wunsa or taking out probably the Water Monkey King. He's gonna I think he's gonna let Gani Hathor through here. Interesting take on that. I think this works too. He just needs to survive, but I don't think the Bastet is the right way to survive here.
Ooh,
definitely
bans
looks
coming
like
out.
he's getting
Hathor's going to be getting banned out. And Ciara's getting banned out on Gaia's side of the field.
Yeah, so this Akroma is going to need to do a ton of damage in order to give Gaia the win here. Because that Water Monkey's going to do a lot of work.
Yep, speed lead coming out for CHARMI. We've got an HP lead coming out for Gaia this time around. Wunsa taking first turn, looking for a full strip. Not getting the strip on top of the Fran, though.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky not to get the strip on the Fran. But again, you have a Gani and a Water Monkey semi-lockdown here. So we'll see if this Water Monkey is going to be lucky enough to get a lot of stuns here.
Yep, most definitely gets the reset onto the Fran. Time to get attack bars on everybody. Of course, not the Akroma. Going to see Water Monkey looking for an alter ego to deal some damage to this Daphnis. Can Daphnis hold on? Daphnis still looking strong at around 50%, though.
Yeah, it's that passive from the Akroma, basically mitigating a lot of that damage, making a lot of them glance and crits not landing. This Water Monkey's going to need to do a lot with his skill 2 here, because otherwise, Gaia's going to be able to hang in there and survive later in the match.
Ooh, that silence was sitting on top of the Ganymede. Ganymede's able to proc out. No more silence is going to be there. Bastet looking to buff up. No attack buff or shield coming out of this Daphnis. Looking for a Hellfire out of the Water Monkey. Not receiving anything at all.
Not receiving at all, which is huge, but again, it does have glancing, and unfortunately not able to get that. So loses one of his prime damage dealers. This is not over yet, though, because Water Monkey is generally quite squishy and weak to Akroma.
That is correct. Wunsa was able to land that 2-turn sleep on top of that Fran as well. You're going to see Chiwu waking up that Fran, getting not a full team strip, but it's going to be good enough here.
Yeah, and CHARMI just needs to cycle over and over again and do damage. Eventually, that Water Monkey King with additional damage artifacts is going to be able to do a lot to Akroma. Akromas are typically built kind of attack heavy, so they do take a lot of damage.
See that second skill dealing massive damage to that Wunsa. Wunsa able to finish off the Fran there.
Yeah, we're going to see that Wunsa go down really soon, but it's going to come down to how much damage this Water Monkey can do to that Akroma. It did use skill 3 earlier, so we'll see how well ruined this Akroma is, but I really do like the side of CHARMI.
Yeah, CHARMI looking very, very good right now. I'm not sure Akroma's going to have enough to be finishing it off here. Looking for any stuns on top of this Bastet, not receiving it. See the poke damage coming out onto the Akroma. Akroma dropping the Wunsa. Oh, suddenly it's looking very good for Gaia. Gaia pummeling in that damage on top of the Chiwu. Looking very good for Gaia right now.
It's looking all right for Gaia, but that Water Monkey King just needs to proc once, just needs to get that skill 3 online and put this Akroma out of its misery. That was a lot of damage it did to that Akroma. Akroma is going to fall soon.
Definitely is going to be falling soon. I'm not sure it's going to be holding on unless Bastet can possibly get a nice shield attack buff coming up here. Not going to be for 2 turns, though. Gets the attack break onto the Water Monkey King. Akroma still is alive right now. Oh, but the additional turn comes out, and that is going to be sealing the deal there. Dumping the attack bars there on the Bastet as well, and Bastet's not going to be taking this one here.
Definitely not. That sealed magic, as you said, sealing the deal on this match here. CHARMI taking that one down.
There you have it. CHARMI taking round 3 away from Gaia. A very fun match coming from these two. We're going into a round 4 with Gaia and CHARMI. You can see the pre-bans from last time, that Vertiheel and the Nephthys. 2 new pre-bans coming out. They might be 2 familiar faces that we've seen in our game too.
Yeah, so we're going to see the Wunsa pre-ban from Gaia. And then I think CHARMI could pretty much pre-ban anything. I mean, I think they share similar enough rune pools. So both of them are taking their time. Clearly, nothing is written on paper because they're taking a while. Wunsa pre-banned, and then the Barbara. Makes a lot of sense, given the fact that Gaia does show aggression from time to time.
Yep, Barbara Wunsa getting pre-banned. We have Gaia taking first draft here.
So Sierra is the first
dropping.
Yeah, and then of course we see that Chiwu Hathor, very standard counter pick, but again, leaves him wide open to if Gaia wants to go full on turn 2 with some sort of a Molly type comp. But again, goes with the Fran, which is generally quite weak into a Chiwu opening if it is followed up by some sort of an Okeanos type or Gani, Hathor, Oki type stuff. So I'm not sure about that Fran pick, but I guess CHARMI must have a plan.
So Fran Daphnis being drafted from Gaia. We have CHARMI looking at drafting a Vigor and 1 more unit after seeing the Fran Daphnis coming out. Takes it all back. He's bringing out that Water Monkey King Nephthys this time.
I mean, Nephthys, almost always a great unit. It's so powerful. Skill 2 with the ability to give a massive amount of debuffs. Silence, gives a speed lead. So CHARMI's repping 2 speed leads here and 1 AoE stripper.
Gaia bringing in a Vanessa and an Ethna. The Ethna worked very well in preparation for the Miho. That's not coming from CHARMI this time. Looks like he's looking at drafting a Veladrul, possibly.
Yeah, very interesting pick here with the Veladrul. I don't think Hathor is going to be banned. I think Gaia is probably going to have to ban out that Chiwu from CHARMI's side just because it's so oppressive. It kind of opens up the entire game. So Chiwu has to be the ban here. So look for that from Gaia. I think if I'm CHARMI, I would expect that my Chiwu is going to be banned. So I'm looking to probably take out one of the opening units, or even possibly the friend is an okay bet, knowing that maybe with 3 units, you can outlast your opponent.
Well, bans are out. Chiwu and Fran are getting banned. Speed leads for both teams, 33 for Gaia, though. Is that going to be enough for Gaia to take this first turn away from CHARMI? Is CHARMI going to be too quick? This is a very fast Hathor on our hands here. Hathor looking to put a unit down with skill 2.
Yeah, that's a very fast Hathor, but again, that Hathor is not tuned with this Water Monkey. If it was tuned with the Water Monkey, we would see a lot more damage, but it is not so. CHARMI does not get as strong of an opening as he could have had.
Daphnis landing that defense break, stripping the immunity, almost eliminating this Nephthys in one shot. Not just yet, though.
Yeah, definitely not just yet, but that Vanessa's going to be able to poke this Nephthys and then move that defense break onto something else.
That's right. Sadly, the Vanessa's skill ended up going onto the Water Monkey, had immunity and the invincibility as well. No defense break is going to be landing on top of Hathor. Hathor looking to put everybody to sleep here with the skill 3.
Yeah, and Hathor, we are facing again that Ganny Hathor plus a Water Monkey. That's happened time and time again here. Gaia is clearly not afraid of letting his opponent just Ganny Hathor him all day. So we're going to see this slow whittling down of Gaia one unit at a time.
Yep, that's right. You saw the Ventilate go right back onto Hathor. Hathor's got all skills up once again, looking for an attack break on to the Vanessa, not receiving it here. You can see first skill gets that stun, but the additional turn does come out from the Daphnis here.
That's a gigantic
I saw some big resists, though.
It's a very, very big proc from that Daphnis because Ganny did get reset there, so now it is not able to use skill 3.
That's correct. We might see a skill 2 coming out of this Water Monkey, looking to get everybody down here. Does get that stun onto the Daphnis, but Ethna might be able to take control, though. We're going to see his capture coming out onto the Hathor, not receiving a stun, though. Daily Promise coming out, putting everybody back down once again.
Yeah, and that's the power of Ganny Hathor. You're so resilient. Your opponent doesn't have enough damage. Did not land that stun. I mean, this is just going to be a slow death here of Ganny Hathor plus a Water Monkey that just basically pummeling a ton of damage with skill 3.
Yep, it really is. I'm not sure Gaia's going to take this one from here. The Ganny Hathor being very, very, very strong. Ventilate's probably going to go back onto that Hathor to make sure that this combination stays up.
Yeah, but again, actually Gaia may have a tiny window if that Sierra is able to proc a couple of times and lay a lot of bombs. He may have a minor chance to win, but of course it's pretty slim chance. Is going to need a lot of resist for it to happen.
Yeah, he really needs some additional turns. He's able to get one additional turn. Shatter's coming out, gets the defense breaks, looking for a stun on everybody. Does get that Ethna, though. CR is looking for an additional turn here. Does get a bomb off, though. Bomb does plant on top of the Ganymede.
Wow, that is a giant proc by that Sierra, able to land that bomb, but again, I don't know that Ethna has enough to take out this Water Monkey.
We're gonna find out now. Water Monkey looking to finish off this Ethna, and does so! CHARMI is gonna be taking down Gaia.